do, 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 do. Copy. Alright, and now we're gonna go here. Alright. Setting up. I'm gonna try to be better about chat this time. Alright. Still have the pallets from ruins. I think first what I'll do is I'll update, maybe work on this hallway a bit. A couple different things. So I need to update this room, because I did this before these blocks were out, and I did throw these blocks a little bit in here, but I didn't really do it in a consistent time, and I was busy, and I was just running through. I'm gonna run up to the lab and actually grab a couple banners from upstairs. Hello. I'm gonna grab a couple banners from in here real quick. Whoops. Whoa, that's the wrong thing. That one, we'll grab. Do I not have a blue one in here? I have the pink one. I don't really want the pink one from downstairs. I guess I'll make new ones. Alright, so I'm working in the lab. Hello. I'm gonna work on updating this room. I'm also gonna work on maybe some of this hallway. This room, because it still needs a bit stuff going on in the hallway and stuff, and I'm gonna focus mostly on this room. This is the room with the TV, I believe. I'm gonna have to double check that. But that's the plans. Right now, I think I'm gonna focus over here. Oh no, it's Gaster. Hello. I can actually see chat for a change. I don't know. My chat setup is not the greatest right now. I'm gonna let you know, everyone know. I was on Twitch until very recently. And chat on my phone worked really well over there. Here, it's not so much the case. I keep on having to reload it. And I'm gonna get that situation figured out sometime next time I stream. But this time it's gonna be a little hanky, so sorry about that. It just doesn't want to load my phone quite as well here as it did before. So I'm gonna grab my thing actually. I might actually have some banners in there. How's everyone going? Throw down an ender chest. Throw down more than one, actually. No, I don't have any. I need to make a couple more of these just to have them on standby. Alright. So this is supposed to be like a lounge waiting room when you first walk in, so this is supposed to be like the secretary lady who's like, "Do you have an appointment? I don't see your appointment on the listing. I don't know you're allowed here." Like, this is supposed to be a super secret lab, you know? I can't just let anyone in. But yeah. I have some weird chemicals going on here. I want to light... This one just lights up on its own. I want to try to figure out a way to light up that one a bit. Floor is honestly fucked. Like, I don't know what happened to this floor, but I like it fucked. I had stuff going on in there before these rooms happen. So I want to fix this. I think I had... I need to slow down my speed. It's way too slow. That's better. Oh, where to go? I'm actually gonna take this. Light that up. 2 builds in 1 day is insane, I know! It's actually been quite a bit of streams. Throw that in. Oh gosh. I thought you were gonna go sleep. Poor Dodge showed up on his wedding day. Do you need a therapist? Should I make a couch and a thing for you to Hi.
So something I remembered is this area was put here a while back.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff. Now I'm remembering, technically there isn't a room here at all in canon. I'm not sure if we're keeping a room.
Yeah, I know it's not here technically in canon. And I understand if we get rid of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm wondering if it's gonna get rid of or not.
But like, personally, I like the idea they have someone just sitting here making sure whoever comes down the elevator is the right people to be coming down the elevator. And employees need a lounge.
What's interesting is the main elevator out isn't this one. The main elevator to get into the lab and stuff is... Oh my god, I tried to reload my shaders by accident.
Oops.
Is this one, technically. The other one's a hidden one.
Well, this is the other one. That's the back door. I don't know. I just want the lounge, damn it.
Do you remember? Yeah, this is technically the main elevator to get into place. The other one is just a secret elevator for Alphys has. I'm not sure. We obviously don't know the origins, but like, this one's a lot more.
Are you telling me I need to put the lounge here?
Wait, does the True Lab elevator go up to New Home? No, it goes into core, doesn't it? Wait, where does it go? I can't remember. Point is, yeah, anyway, I was just realizing, lore-wise, they, probably didn't have a person. I just wanted to bring that up, just in case.
I spent so much time on it just to get it deleted.
Yeah.
Oh, it's understandable. This was literally the palette test.
Yeah, it was the palette test that we just put in here, so it's like, I don't know, maybe move it and then make an actual...
It's just because I don't really want to, like, here's my thing, though. Like, if we had to change this up, I'm fine, but I don't want just you walk out and you're just staring at a wall, and then you go that way. Like, I want something there.
I hate to break it to you, that is how it is in-game.
Yeah.
And the main start room that leads to everywhere is the other one with the big lift. So this is kind of just meant to be a hallway.
Well, we'll leave it for now, I guess. Maybe delete it later.
I'm not sure if it's getting kept or not. I don't personally mind that much, but yeah, I think the more elaborate you get, the harder it will be to keep, sort of thing.
Oh, I wasn't trying to make it more elaborate. I was just making it more updated with the blocks.
Sure. I can't believe I frantically made a suit skin to not get to have.
Oh my god! I frantically made his dress and shirt skin, and it was why I was late, and I was gonna put it on my skin and everything, and I accidentally deleted it.
Oh my god! Oh, that's terrible.
And then I'm like, okay. But on one hand,
hey, remember you've got the gamma mod, right?
Yes.
Turn your gamma up a little, it should help the bitrate because we're in a darker area.
Yeah, I had it off for the vibes.
Yeah, the vibes, it makes sense, but for building it might help
the
bitrate a little.
New home would have... Meow, 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 meow. Meow, what the... What? Alright. You gonna go? News, take a rest.
Yeah, I'm sad. I wish I could do a build stream tomorrow too. I could, actually. I could do it when I get home. But it'll probably be too late. I have no idea. I just quite enjoyed how the ruins is coming along, so I really want to keep working on it.
I do too. I have an itch to get this one room done, but then I'm gonna go to the ruins. Like, I need, I don't know. I've been itching to do this room for like a while now.
Yeah, no, you
I'm drawing it now. I was drawing it the other day. I was like, what?
Oh my god. I'll stop holding your chat so you can focus on building. Hide away in my corner as I pretend to sleep.
Because you pretend to sleep. You can stay if you want. I'm just...
No, I shouldn't, because then I'll get distracted.
Alright, I'm gonna go build now. You do whatever you're gonna do. I have no control over you. Guess I continue to follow. Everyone like the dead plant? It's a great dead plant. Whee, dead. Oh. He left before I could say anything about the crazy elevator.
The what? You know what? I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna move on.
Whee! This is very rough concept, chat. There's gonna be we're still discussing how we're gonna do this bit, so yeah. Alright. On to television room then, and maybe this hallway. I'm gonna look up TV room, actually. Undertale. True. True lab. Make sure I get the right room. Minecraft map. Oh wait, that's not the TV room. Oh, it's one of the TV rooms. Which one is the one with the... That's the big TV room. Alright, we're gonna do this weird room then. So, the actual TV room I was thinking of... For some reason I thought it was there. It's not there. The TV room I was thinking of doing is... this way. And down here... and it's over there. Which means I need to build the entire room.
Me when I'm actually and can't remember where things in the build are.
Look, I love Undertale. I'm not complete lore obsessed like you guys. I don't remember where every exact room goes at every exact time. Build, build, build. See, the dog is awake, and he's avoiding sleep. But he should probably sleep. But he's like a dog with a bone, and he doesn't want to give up the bone. Because there's the bone. I need to make sure there's enough room for that weird door thing. This weird door thing. So instead of just doing regular doors or something like that, we decided to do like sciencey doors. In case something went horribly wrong, they can drop the doors and things can be... Yeah, that. How do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't help me. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ashton, I was listening to your stream. What the hell was that noise?
That's nether noises. Because we're in the...
I don't like this game anymore. Gosh, forgetting the game he's playing. I don't know why I keep on going back and forth. I'm getting annoyed with myself. Alright, there it is.
So I've been watching a lot of like documentaries about Walt Disney and all that. Just a lot of random stuff. One of the random things I watched was how after Snow White came out, the movie, his company like basically rented, like Disney rented an entire like hotel, like a really, really first class fancy hotel where movie stars and stuff go to. He rented out the entire hotel. And basically told everyone who worked on the movie, all the animation stuff, is like, yo, come to the hotel, have, like, enjoy yourselves, it's all on me. And people are really happy about this. And super happy and overjoyed. And, thing to remember about these people is they had just done what people had told them it was impossible to do. They had fully hand-drawn a full animated movie called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. No one had done this before, and they had taken 3 years of non-stop drawing to do it. They were stressed, and they needed a release. And during the party, Walt got up and did like a huge like speech and everything like that. But he didn't mention whether or not they were getting bonuses. They were getting huge bonuses. They were getting great bonuses. What they did, he didn't announce it at the party, so everyone there thought, oh, this party is my bonus. I'm not getting a bonus. So the one small Walt stopped his speech and he went to go sit back on down with his wife. They all got up, went to the bar, and said, give me all you got. I'm gonna make the most of this night. And they did. So one guy got drunk, and this is a really fancy hotel with like horseback riding you can do. He broke into the horse stables, got on a horse, and started riding the horse through the hotel, up the stairs, around the top floor, and into the pool. There was another guy who got so drunk that he walked outside but didn't realize he was on the second floor, fell into a bush, and was perfectly fine. I'm just like listening to all this crazy stuff that like, it's so funny. And Walt doesn't know about any of this. He got there drunk for a while and then went home with his wife. So all this is happening, and the next, people, like, this is like the sick, like, way back when. Like, these people are, like, getting naked and having, like, naked swim parties in the pool. Like, fully undressed in, like, the 60s doing this. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube now. Surprise! By the way, I have a lot of weird history stories, so sorry if you find that boring. And eventually staff just like kicked him out because they couldn't handle it. They're like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go now. And from that day on, Walt was super embarrassed about everything that happened. If you wanted to keep your job at Walt Disney, you had to never talk about it, because otherwise there's a possibility he would fire you just for mentioning it. The 30s! Yes, the 30s! It's way back. I'm getting dates wrong. I'm bad with dates. I'm sorry. I can't, like... So... I just was watching that. It was great. I'm loving all, like, reading all the Walt Disney stuff right now. I don't know why. It's been entertaining as all hell, though. It's not even just Walt. I've been like learning stuff about the amusement park. At one point, they opened nightclubs for teenagers. And I can't imagine a Disney park with a theme park where you go for like the joy of childhood and stuff like that. And here we have a nightclub that stays up into 2 a.m. for your teenagers to come to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it's 5. Just this thing that's really funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 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 do. Alright, those line up. Then it's that, and that. We'll bring this up because it's too short. Hello, how's everyone doing? I'm currently working on the television room. Just because I can't stop drawing it. There's another one. That's great to hear. I'm happy you're doing absolutely fabulous. Alright. Pull this picture of this room again. It's a very simple room. It doesn't need to be big. Because we have a TV around here. It's a very big TV, so I want it to be front and center. So now the TV I'm not completely sure how I'm gonna do. Just because it's a big TV, and TVs in Minecraft don't really work too well. In my experience. Not without mods. It's really, like, I can't hear it very well either. It's really, like, subtle, I think, the melody is. You know how everyone says the ruins melody. Whoa, almost dropped the TV. But we'll see what we can do. I like the idea that, like, stand TV. I might make some changes to this TV because the TV in the thing is on a table. So, but that would look silly. So I might just make it like one of those old TVs that sit on the ground. I feel like that would be a better watch for like the player. And then they got bookcases on both sides? On both sides. So bookcase there. Bookcase here. And then so anyone ever told me the true face doors look like a face in the back? These doors are in-game. It's not intentional if they look like a face. I just wanted some laboratory doors that could possibly slam down and cut you in half, that's all. How big should I make the TV? I'm gonna start overthinking this TV so much. Alright. First thing. I'm gonna do this, because it has like this glint on it that reminds me of a TV. Then we're gonna go and take... I'm thinking older TV. Like, a big, you know, the big, huge, heavy. Oh, I had a question actually. What's your question? Oh, hear your questions. Bring them forth. Are you guys planning to add, like... By particles, do you mean, like, the flower stuff? Like... We've changed this biome to the nether to get these particles that you see are going on right now. And we will definitely be adding... particles we can control, like the flower here. Anything we need for command blocks, probably not. The build was started in survival, and we want to respect that spirit that was built in survival. So, how this is going with the world edit thing? We have world edit and I have Axiom on the server. What we're using those for is to, like, remove big areas like this, or to, like, copy over big things like... So say, like, I need to move this door back several inches. Instead of just building the whole thing again, I just move it instead. All the like, most everything else is hand placed. Like, oh, I'm getting distracted. I just need to focus. But yeah, I know you guys aren't using. Yeah, because, like, we are all in agreement, like, world edit mountains and stuff like that, that just doesn't look right to us. Like, it looks like, something about it doesn't feel, like, genuine or something. Like, it's not like, what's the word? I think they're fine, but I don't like the look of them. Like, they lose something in the look department for me. So we like it better when we're built by hand. Just because we think they look better when they're built by hand. Squid did a lot of them. Squid did most of the mountains. He's really good at it. Squid's sitting there going like, I can't build, I can't do anything. Then he comes out with like the mountains and like that whole bit at the ruins this morning. Being like, me and Dodge be like, excuse you? That's just too big. I move it down one. Now let... Alright, should I go bigger or smaller, guys? Squid is still working on the project, but he's not posting any to his channel. He has a lot of real life stuff going on. Like, he has a job and stuff that demands his attention much more than us two. and that's his priority, which is completely understandable. But he still just he's still on the build. He still does stuff. He still builds and plans a lot of it. So he's still a big part of the project. He's just not updating and doing stuff. Move it up one. Bring it forward. See, the problem I'm dealing with now is that it's not. Even with the thing. Move it up one. I might just have to deal with it being a bit bigger just for it to be even. But we'll see. No. I'll leave it there and see how much. It won't bother me too much, but I know Dodge is going to clock in and be like, ah. It will bother me somewhat, but we'll see. I'm gonna put the wall back here. Those noises, I swear. Just make it like a big, like... Just make it full-on movie theater where all the scientists walled in and we get a bunch of chairs, and they all sat down and watched the movie production as they talked about what they were watching. I actually kind of love that idea. But I think that would be taking it too far from canon. Alright, I'm gonna mark out where certain things are. Oh, Dodge is back. Alright, paper. Dodge, can you talk for a second? It has a tape deck. Yeah, I am aware. I was worried about that. I was worried about the TV at the moment. I know you can watch tapes, and I know there's like a table under it, but like to lift it, it would be make the room smaller. Here's the thing, I'm gonna make it smaller, but I want to make sure I can fit everything. There's a piece of paper here. There's a weird computer thing here. The bookshelf is here. And then there's another bookshelf here. And then there's another computer mount here. That's why the room is currently that big. I could move the thing here, this computer thing, on this wall, and move this computer thing on this wall, and then shrink it both ways that way. But I don't know how you guys would feel with that. So this would go on the wall, and I'd shrink it in. And that would go on the wall over there. They vanished! I don't know why I'm using wood for that. Yeah, I'm gonna use wood for that for the moment until I figure out how I'm gonna do the bookcase. move this. How much smaller though? Alright, back to chat. Wingaster really wanted a movie theory, yeah. Who wouldn't want us a movie theory? Had to go AFK, but for a bit, but I'm back. Hello, welcome back. Maybe just put the TV back one block against the ground. Put it one block above the ground. Compromise. Alright. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna try. So big though. Even then it feels so big. I need to get rid of that one. Life without the stairs. All the stairs we got that, which I'm not too sure on. Hold on, I got somewhat of an idea. Playing with shapes right now. Get ready for a bit of a lag spike. What if we say these are VHSs? And this is like a little table in front of the TV? What? Where did that come from? Did I have a loom? Dodge? No, he got off. That can't be. How are we feeling about this TV design, guys? Maybe if I can make it. Put some buttons on the side. I don't know if we're gonna keep the wood to it. I might play with the texture a bit. We lost the middle block again. Alright, so how I have the room set up is that there's a block. So this is the back wall, and there's a wall right here. This isn't going to be the official room of the size of the room yet. I might change things, but right now I'm just going to put it in as, like, to get ideas. All this is subject to change. Change is forever changing. Oops. Psst, Ashton, I think this person knows what they're talking about. The skulk behind the TV? Alright. So, I have a couple of thoughts about what we could do with behind the TV. If this is against the wall, we can do something with the space behind it. By default, what I want... By default, what I want is the skulk. Because skulk is cool looking, and it does something, and there's animation to it, and it's right over there, and I can just grab it. And maybe place that instead of the button. And I want that there by default. Now, I think would be cool if we can manage it. I'm not a redstone person. I'd have to get like squid or like maybe cheesy puff to do this. But when you're watching it, put these buttons back. When you're watching it, and oh, I don't want this to happen every time. I want this to happen after you press the button one too many times or something like that. What we could have is a armor stand jump up and scare you. With a scary face, because I think there's a hand mark or something. I'm like, I don't know, there's something there. It's been a while. No. I think you... Ah! Wrong thing. Alright. We're gonna grab some bookcases and figure out what we're gonna do with those. Get the picture again. It actually looks like kind of like metalish books cases, so I should probably go with the two options I'm seeing here. Go with the obvious copper or go with the less obvious choice of that. We'll do two on both sides. So I'm gonna build the broke cases into the wall. Boo 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 boo. Bee boo boo. Strong Rogers is such a ball. Music. Hey, sorry, kind of. You're good. Not everyone has suggestions, and it's fine. People can talk about what they want. I mentioned on this on Discord, but I am building locations from the underground in my survival world. Do you have any tips for me? What locations are you building? That'll help me know possible tips to give you. Couple locations from the Muffets. Give me a sec. Marlet's house and the resort from Yellow. Alright. Biggest thing about a lot of these builds that I have to say is a lot of them are a lot bigger than they are on the outside. So it's like the TARDIS from Doctor Who. The MCC resort, Stamps of Pyrus' house, and the resort from Yellow are all cases like that. Because I actually started building the resort from Yellow. It's like when the game first came out and I was messing around with it. I didn't get too far with it. I think it's still in the world somewhere, actually. But it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. It's really hard to get, like, the building. Seriously, Dr. I don't know. Sam's has been up to some weird stuff. Sam. So, real quick, I will pop over there, actually. A lot of stuff that we did to, like, hide this stuff is, like... Should probably go to the MCZ resort first. That's closer. We have an outline of that for right now. Oh, lighting's kind of loading's being kind of weird. All right. So we kind of have the layout here, but not much is done. But you can see like this building, this front facade would never hold all of this, so we're gonna hide it in the wall and like probably different buildings here. So there'll probably be different buildings here covering all this up. And, like, all of this is gonna be area you can't see because there's gonna be cave here. So it's about tricking the eye. It's a lot of like making you think it fits in a place where it doesn't. Better example of this is actually Samson Papyrus's house. If I jump over there real quick. Squid hit it out of the ballpark with this one. Like, this video is how I found the map, and I was sitting there going screaming my head off when I was watching this video. So, originally Skid had a really hard time with this because they kept on trying to make the build, but if I can find it, I think it's over here still. Every time they tried to build the house, it was huge. It looked like a warehouse. Because they had to fit the inside and the rooms in. But when you do that, it looks massive. It's huge. It's ridiculous. And you're like, that's not a house, that's an Amazon warehouse. So Squid had the brilliant idea. That side. Now I'm trying to catch up with chat. Exactly. So the brilliant thing he did with here is like, this is all you see. And it looks great. It's a good size. It looks beautiful. And there's so much hidden beneath all this snow and stuff. Like, here's a bit, but you don't really notice it. That's actually Sam's room right there. But that's Sam's room that's on the second floor, but you don't really notice it because when you come down here, you're so much lower than that. It feels like you're on the top floor when it's actually not as high as you think it is. So, Price's room is right there. Then you go into Sam's room. You can see out his little window. And it just works so well, and I'm so happy with it. In the kitchen, it just all works, and it's all just buried under the snow. The dog shrine? No. It's not done yet. That'll probably want to be one of the things we do later. I did start... Oh, no. I'll fix that later. I did start carving out the area to where it goes. And I started messing around with it a little bit. But it's not done. Not even close. So I'm gonna go back up here, go back around. Totally grabbed the wrong block. Close that. And, do I have mushrooms? Mushrooms. It's under details. Oh, I picked them up, actually. Go back, salt and patches. There. Thing about that room, the dog shrine, is that it keeps changing. So there's a couple different, like, ways to do the dog room, because depending on what version of the game you're playing on for, like, what console, like, if you play it on computer, it'll be a different room from what you'd get on, like, the Switch. Oh. Alright. But, yeah. It's gonna be a lot bigger than it is on the inside than it is on the outside. So you're gonna have a time making it not look like a warehouse. You have to figure out how to trick the terrain or the eye into, like, it not looking weird. I'm really excited to do that. Her house is myself. I really love her as a character. It'd be funny if you... Actually, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably what we'll end up doing. I don't know how we'll pull it off. Getting so lost right now. I love her. She's so great. I want everything to load. What was that? They put roofs over everything. I can no longer move around the map like I used to. There we go. MCC Resorts. Where is... Where's the build? Is this it? Oh. You wanted to do the, So the resort, this was my mock-up of it at the time. I'm still not sure if I'm sold on this. But, like, I was doing it and I realized, because this won't come this way, fitting everything in here would be a nightmare. And it was like, I realized right then we're gonna have to do some trickery with it. That's the dark ruin palette I came up with. Alright, so, I immediately maybe shot myself in the foot with Yellow. So when Yellow first came out, we were all really excited and we really, really liked it. And then I built... I started building that. Then I built the MCC Resort. Or, not, I'm calling that wrong. Then I continued doing more to this, started adding it. And I built this. You can see the different renditions I did, trying to come up with, like, how to do this big, like, reveal with the walkthrough. And it just got done getting bigger and bigger. I think this is actually an older one that was even bigger. So I started getting a little crazy with it. And Dodge and Squid immediately started like, whoa, we're gonna get that big with it. And they're like, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. And I have a thing where, like, I will build within the allowed space that I have. And if I have all the space in the world, I will use that space as much as I can. And they looked at that build and said, maybe we don't want to do this. And they kind of, like, didn't want to do it anymore because they felt like the Undertale map is already a ridiculous amount of work. This is going close to, like, 4 or 5 years here. This is a lot. So, like, they're iffy about it. So it was all put on the back burner. No, like, no yeses, no yos, no, like, it was all a big maybe. But unsure maybe. And, it's been some time since, all it came out, and I think people have thought about it and rethought about it and, like, stuff like that. And right now, what's going on is we're playing with the idea of doing it. And that's the only thing I want to promise at this point, is that they're reconsidering it and doing some, like, figuring out how it would work with the map as it currently is. Just trying to get to a point where I can teleport underground. Get to a point where we can, like, do it, but not do it to a ridiculously large scale where we're just, like, burned out. But we like it. And if it would even work with the map as it currently is. So that's kind of where the Undertale Yellow ideas are. It's a very definite maybe right now. But I also don't want to get people's hopes up because, like, it might not be a thing. I will probably end up building it one way or another. It just depends whether or not Dodge and Squid want to do it with me. But that will be but that will only happen if all of this is done. Like, the official underground comes first. Is basically where it is. So, that's where that is. And I completely just walked by where I was going. I need to figure out the back of this lab. Ooh, another time where I'll pull my hair out. Still not sure about all this. Like, this whole entire part of the lab is just empty, so I just added, like, this little work area where there's computing, typing, experiments going on. Dodge calls them drugs, I was calling them experiments. And then storage in, like, electrical devices. I want to put some computing devices up here, but that'll be until later. I really like the lab. However, lay it on me, tell me. I don't really like the deep slate in Hotland. The deep slate. This, how it's like, how we use it to, like, do all this. That's currently... No one's happy about how much deep slate we find ourselves relying on for this project. I want to say that, like, the reality is we have to work within the palettes we were given. And deep slate has just proven itself to be a very useful block because it transitions a lot of different things. It's the only way we can transition. It's the only thing that even slightly works with transitioning these blocks. And that's really hard to do. And then we have to use this block. The best way I've thought about doing this in Hotland is to think of it as like dried magma. It's hardened dried magma. That's how I've been choosing to think about it. Same for this, but it's at different points of cooling. And it's just unfortunately how it is right now. Unless they add like suddenly a bunch of new blocks that we get to mess with, like we don't have a really good alternative for it. Because we've played with other stuff like for a long time. I wonder if it's actually oh, there's just bits over here. We had this going on, and like it looks too similar to what's going on down here, in my opinion, and it just kind of looked messy when you pulled back so much. You could add cracks like texture. Probably we'll probably end up doing that. This is a lot of this is like in the process of us rushing to get it done for like under event, and we'll definitely be adding cracks. Like for example, you can see a crack right here. Now we haven't gone through and done a lot of these cracks yet because they're time consuming. And so they'll probably be added more into the landscape and break more of this up. But we'll see how it goes. But like we'll see where it goes. That's I think like the block palette has been like one of the hardest things we have to work with, because we all don't want to use like a texture pack, because like I just don't want to go for the hassle of like figuring out the textures and stuff like that. We really like the challenge of like using the vanilla textures, and I think it's worked out pretty well. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. It's been crazy watching it transform. Like, but we're all not like, we like the block, but we're also not happy with how much we've been forced to rely on it. Like, it's in Waterfall, it's in Hotland, it's in Snowden somewhat. Not as much as in, like, the other places, but it is still somewhat a little bit in Snowden. I think the only places it hasn't, like, crept up at all is, like, the ruins. But we'll see what Mojang adds in the couple of coming years. Maybe they'll add something more. So, I don't think... Maybe I'll shrink it. Move this... this way, maybe. I don't like that, actually. So, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move it in... one. And I'm gonna move this one out... one. That way there's a wall here still. And I might shrink it in coming this way. We need to go get the council thing. Do you think Toby has seen this picture? I don't know. We've joked about it. We've joked about, like, someone in the group being Toby. It's like a joke, but I don't know. He might have seen it. He might not have seen it. There's a lot of fan projects out there for him to see and check out. Yeah, that's a part of it. Like, it's hard to, like, keep up with your community. People haven't, like... I can see how it'd be difficult for him to, like, say anything about fan projects, because you don't want them taking it as, like... Just because you like something doesn't mean you want to suddenly make it canon. People taking that the wrong way can be hard. Alright, so that's like... Actually, I'm just gonna... copy... Ah, go back. Thank you. Now I can look at you. Let's decide how I want you to fit into this. That's why we've been joking about someone in our community being him. Because he could literally just be anyone. I think we've, like, joked a lot about windmills being Toby. I haven't done it in a while, though. Alright, I didn't, whoops. Didn't move it, I copied it. It didn't bother me so much when it was back like that, because there was some distance between me. But now I'm moving it forward. It's so much closer and so much noticeable that it's not aligned. It's very chat, guys. Maybe I just need to get over it. I feel the need to put a couch here. I want you to be comfy while you're watching this stuff. You guys are just running with You're like, Toby's in the chat. Toby's one of us. What's that, Toby Foxy? Let's see. I drew this. Now I'm annoyed I don't have the picture. So I want to look back at it because I had a couple ideas about what to do. I think putting a table here with a couple chairs would be good. No, wait. I wanted to put... I remember... that table there. Why are you so bulky? I don't even know how to do this weird thing in the wall. Oh, jeez. So, isn't like the going theory right now is that, everyone forgot about this? And Alphys, including Alphys, but she just found it again, and she doesn't remember what any of this place was for. So Asgard wouldn't know to come and sit down and watch the video of his dying child. Ezreal. Yeah, I said theory, not canon. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't make a lot of sense all the time. Sorry. My head goes on one direction, my brain processing goes in another. Alright, I need to think about this weird yellow thing. Can't believe I'm actually considering this thing. Super weird looking. Give me this, give me that, give me this. Oh, and... yeah, like... give me that. Here we go. Not everyone. Not this again. It's a ghost, guys. It's a ghost. He died and came into the mic. Okay. Oh, that's a cool idea. That was 7 years between. Move you down one. Thanks. No wait. When did the humans meet the monsters? We'll never know. Book. Whoops, wrong one. Alright, so what I think is every time... There are some monsters that do know what humans look like. Because they, like, myth and legends would be carried down to further generations and stuff like that. Undyne wasn't confused about whether or not you were a monster when they first met you. They just straight out tried to kill you. But there were other monsters who wouldn't know. They'd be less informed, they wouldn't realize they were looking at human because they've never seen a human. You'd get a mixed bag. It's like real life. In real life, people don't always realize what they're looking at when they're looking at it. Not to say they don't recognize another human or anything, but like sometimes when they're looking at like a machine or something, they don't recognize what machine they're looking at. Undyne, who was close to the king, had probably heard stories of what humans had looked like, and they were part of, like, they were a captain of the royal guard. They would know what a human looked like in case of, like, emergency and what suddenly popped up. Other monsters down the temple, like, who were still part of the guards, but maybe further down the temple, like, our little blue friend, wouldn't have gotten as much information about it because the humans would so rarely show up. As I understood it, they don't show up that often. It's like, it's a very, very long time period between when they show up. I'm curious how long the time period is, because, like, I've heard people say it's, like, hundreds of thousands of years, or, like, no, it was 50 years, or, like, other stuff like that. But, like, I think it's really strange if these kids came from, like, such dramatic time periods. Like, some of them have such normal daily appliances. Like, I think, Clover, if he came down, I think he came down at the time period where, Cowboys was big in, like, was a big phenomenon with the kids. Being a cowboy, doing all that. That's why he'd be dressed up like a cowboy, because that was, like, his favorite thing to do. And he was looking for the other kids. He had a flyer at the beginning of the game when he fell down, talking about missing children. So it must be some rumor going on about the mountain in human society about children going missing. That's pretty well known. Another thing to remember about the monsters is, the generation we see in Undertale is mostly not the generation that went into the caves at the first time around. Most of them talk about never seeing the sun, never experiencing it and stuff. There's very few monsters who claim to have actually been outside at any point. So this is all stuff they might have heard about, like, what a human looked like as they were younger and stuff, and that growing up. Hey, look out for this thing. It's dangerous, don't go near it. But as they get older, you forget stuff, and if it doesn't come up very often, you put it in the back of your mind. And it could just be they see a human and they should be able to recognize them, but just don't, because they aren't, like, thinking about, oh, a human's gonna show up today. That's not the norm, so they're not worried about the non-norm happening. Alright, people want to hear my theory about why humans don't seem to know about magic anymore? Oh gosh, that's a couple times already. I think it's very obvious from like the beginning of Undertale that humans did have magic at some point. Otherwise they wouldn't be able to set up the barrier. What am I doing with this? Why am I putting that there? What's happening here? They wouldn't be able to put up the barrier otherwise. They must have had magic at one point. I don't know. Sam's is gonna be a loophole that we may never get a answer to. I just want to remember we don't know how he does the cup. Sam's just has a lot unanswered about him. So I'm gonna give him a pass. How does he know about love? How does he know about shortcuts? How does he know about the majority of the things that he does know about? I have a crazy theory that doesn't have anything to do with Deltarune. I haven't... Spoiler! I haven't played Deltarune, I haven't seen Deltarune. I know next to, like, I know very little about Deltarune. This is a theory solely based off what I know about Undertale. In Undertale, we have kids coming to the mountain and finding the right getting heart. We know... From what we can see, humans don't really know about magic anymore. But they did once upon a time. Trying to word this right so it makes sense. But we do have random kids showing up the mountain, and it's not easy getting up a mountain. Like, anyone who's climbed a mountain will tell you that's not something you just do. And it's definitely not something adults let their kids run off and do. Even way back when. A parent would be with them something. But yet we have, like, all these kids making their way to the mountain and going up there. High enough where they can find this hole to fall through and make it their way into the underground. I think the wizards of old... I think monsters give off magical energy. I think they just get off like plants give oxygen. How like trees will give oxygen in the air. They just absorb it as like a they just give it off as like a thing they just do. And I think some humans were able to use that, like, excess energy to use magic, and whether or not it's by killing a monster and taking its soul, or just being able to use magic in general by, like, taking excess magic that monsters are feeling off, I think they were able to use magic. When the monsters were all sealed, I think they lost that ability. And since it became legend and myth. My current theory as to why all these kids are climbing up a giant freaking mountain is because I think the kids who, that would explain why there's so much greenery and stuff alive here. When it gets underground and there's no sunlight or anything like that to give off. They're explaining to me how the monsters survived so long, and I think that's the theory we're going for. And my theory is the reason why the kids are drawn to the mountain, because they're basically drawn to the mountain. There's no other explanation for why these kids, there's like so many kids coming up the mountain like this is weird. And finding the entrance is weird. Even over a long period of time, that's just strange. I think the kids are So in the legend, the turtle tells you, or in the legend, somewhere in the book, in this ruin, in the game, they talk about the 7 wizards, mages, whatever, who sealed the monsters. I think the kids are the 7 wizards reincarnated. I think they're drawn to the magic. I think they're drawn to the crack in the barrier that lets them fall through, because their soul is so heavily linked to the magic. And that's why the kids are drawn to the magic. And fall through the barrier. It'll also explain why, the character in the beginning, if you look at the character with the sword, his hairstyle in the opening cutting scene, when it's going like, blah, 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 and there's this character holding a sword, and his haircut is a lot like, Frisk's haircut. Yearn for the mines. They all yearn for the mines. They called the mines called. It's great. But that's my theory. My going theory as to why, I think Frisk is actually, I think the first child who, got pulled to the underground was Chara. And he fell down. And I think he died. He died. Of course he died, duh. He died, and I don't think his soul was, captured like the other ones. Because, Tutorial ran off with his body and planted it right under, and basically buried it right under where, the crack in the barrier where all the kids fall are. And I think Chara's soul didn't get trapped in the underground like the others. I think it reincarnated again into Frisk. By the way, they. I am bad with the pronouns. I'm gonna be front about that. It's not because that I get. I've called them they, I've called them her, I've called them he, I've called them all of it. Honestly, I should just drop it and call it everyone it. Just because I'm so bad with it. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the ceiling in there. I keep on flip-flopping about how I do the ceilings. Like, I have so much headcanon about this. It's ridiculous. I think the monster. So here's another theory I have. I don't think the people who sealed the monsters away did it to, I think they sealed the monsters to protect them. Because as, the story goes, why didn't the humans just kill them all? I think a few wizards chose to seal the monsters up instead of killing them. It's not even like they felt bad. It doesn't even have to be that they felt bad for the monsters. They didn't want to lose their magic. It could be. It sucks when you mislabel people. It especially sucks when they get upset about it. I'm like, I get why they're upset about it, but I didn't do it on purpose. It's something it's something I'm working towards getting better at, but, I still mess up. I'm trying to get to a point where I just call everyone they. It'll be easier. That sounds a bit too mean to me. It is higher, so here's my thing. So this is very much up to change. This part might change because we've been talking about it a lot. I really liked the idea, and the others sort of also like the idea of, like, this is the room that has the big skull under it, and it has like cords going into the wall and stuff. And this is the room that has like the big heart machine in the middle, right here, and that also has like cords going into it. We think it would be really cool, and the room with the head machine has like this like walkway that you can only go around, and you can't go down there. We think it would be really cool if the heart machine was down there, so you could look down and see it all connected. So you'd walk up into this room, you'd be able to look up and see the big skull thing. And then you'd be able to walk around here and see the heart machine thing down there. So we're playing with the idea of doing an upper level like this. The only real big hang up we have right now is this bit. Is like how to do this bit right here. Whether by doing an elevator or doing a really long stairway. There's a big machine here. I know I'm calling it the wrong thing. There's a big machine here. It looks like it has a heart on it. Me. Or I might be remembering it wrong. Undertale, the core. No, that's not the core. True Lab. It is. Yeah, it has a little heart in the middle on it. Or is that a circle? No, it's a heart. I don't have a picture of it, but like. It's the machine that's big and bulky right here, and it has like cords coming out the side like that, going leading up to the ceiling. And there's like a heart right in the center of it. You can mistake it for a circle, but it's a heart. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. The Drenner, yeah. Being too. Go focus on schoolwork. Schoolwork! It's important! Schoolwork. I broke the floor. Dude. Yeah, it is. Yeah, alright. Have fun. I will be building here. I don't know how fun that will be. I'm probably gonna... How long has this been going? Oh, this has at least been going on for like an hour. Thanks, stream, for not telling me how long you've been going. Absolutely love this scene. Fully in love with it. Totally grabbed the wrong lock. Walk again. Why is this room like this? View over a couple. I want to do a desk here, like a table where people were sitting at and working at. Because a big thing I want to do is add life to the games that you just don't see. Like, so. Chair there, chair there. Make this look better by actually doing a table instead of just the ideal one. I could make it smaller and just fit in this corner. Then do this. This. So that's where people were sitting. Then bring chair. Let's do sign. One hour and 40 minutes. I'm actually kind of interested in that, doing like a version of this this lab that isn't like all ruined and stuff. But like doing something like explosion somewhere and making it look like it was all burned and stuff, that's a really cool idea. That's something I'm gonna have to talk to Dodge and Squid about, getting like... They want to stick to canon as much as they can, and like, I think that'd be a really cool idea, and I think they'd like it too. But like, we're a team, so we all have to get like, okay each other's shit. That's the rule for the map, and that's how we do stuff as a team. We all have to okay something before we move on away from it. We all have to like it. I like it's not centered. The TV is 3. Like to see the screen is 3, and this opening is to 4. It's not. It's been driving me nuts too. I've been trying to ignore it. What do I do? Here's the thing, here's the thing. If I take this and grab this, move this over one, I can do this. Does TV suddenly become too big? Do we still like that? Gotta pick that too. New widescreen TV! You know, the crazy thing about that is that I'm not entirely convinced that it isn't a widescreen TV. If I can get this image, hold on, I must... Let me grab this real quick and I'll show everyone. Add image, browse file. Where did I save this? Hi, how's it going? It's not going. Widescreen? Widescreen? Okay, needed to let me know widescreen. Was they getting to you too? It's not widescreen? I mean, you could argue it is. It's not. Alright, how are you feeling about how big it is, though? It's a square! Okay, you know, like, there were super huge TVs this size, right? They just made the big box bigger. I'm not acting dumb, it's a real thing! I lived during this era, it was a real thing! I saw them! You know? I'm not making it a widescreen, I'm just making it a really big box. I know you know. Josh has spoken, he's like, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright. I hear you. I hear you. I have a question before you go, though. Come out here. Tell me it is not driving you nuts that it's not centered with the room, the door. Why didn't you center it? Because of the force! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We got it even, we got it odd. What do you do? I don't know. Hi, how are you? I'll be your daily fools today. Like I'm not every day. He's like, no, I'm fixing this. I can't. Love chat like trying to like hit like they deleted it, guys. It's gone. It's still not lined up. Oh my god. I actually kind of oh. But now I have to remove everything. Dog's shaking his head at me. Only one block off. You know, Squid's still gonna walk in here and lose his mind, right? Don't show it! Like, he's not gonna see! We're never gonna show him. We're never showing him True Love, is that what I'm hearing? Would you be okay if I put a comfy couch here? I'm just gonna take that as a no. A stool. Just imagine the person who worked here sitting on this little stool. This is a shitty job, whoever had to sit here and watch these films. They didn't even get a comfy couch. I'm tired. Oh, the TV, no. This place was made for watching TV. Are we saying this is the lounge now? Is that what I'm hearing? Bold too soon, this place is- oh, bold. Me reading it wrong. Haha. When do I ever do that wrong? You know what this place I think was for? I think this place was for, like, watching back, they record what they were doing, like, experiments and stuff. Ooh, think it was for my face, huh? Why would they use my face when they have your face right there? And there goes Dodge. It's very sad to see him pass on, but we'll have to go on without him. Fun fact, I think the core is a big giant steam engine. It looks a lot like one. But it's doing some weird magic shit. Don't build a flat screen. Where is... I'm actually gonna go grab... Can I put... Question. Need wall? I've probably tried doing this before, and it's probably not gonna work. Nope. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's gonna drive me nuts. Guess we'll go the other way. Yeah, that works better. Are you going to build some sort of secret area? I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to talk about. Security cameras would be cool. I'll probably get around to that. Right now I'm working on the lights. And... I spelled that wrong. No, wait, it's right there. Alright. Do I... Whoops. Put that there. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Then we do another one of these, and another one of those. Hanging lights. Dodge is back. Yeah, I was just figuring out the lights first before I did the roof. It's doing a bit like cheesy. It wasn't even close to cheesy. You'd walk in and be like, why isn't this done yet? Why didn't you attach to this yet? Really walks in and looks for the one thing to drive you nuts. You're real good. Keep on accidentally reloading textures for whatever reason. Roof. Oh my god, are you gonna yell at me about this chair? You told me I could put a stool here 2 seconds ago! Does a better job of being cheesy. Thanks to his challenge. Alright, what's chat have to say? I got some offices in the labs on the upper floor. I don't know where I'm gonna do anything with them. But we'll see. So realistically, that entire build upstairs that Alphys is in wasn't built just for Alphys. That was probably a building they had for other scientists. And then it gave to Alphys when it was empty. They just... So I have the idea that there's a bunch of, like, old offices out there with storage and stuff in it. And everyone's just like, what? Where's this office? Why is that there? That's right, and then... Doot, doot. Alright. How's that lighting-wise? That's actually pretty good. Might be a little too bright, actually. I might replace some of that with the, other one. Going quiet because I'm starting to feel my voice be like, nope. Oh, that won't work. Never mind then. Maybe I'll do some custom art. Right there to put something. I feel like something needs to be there. I'm gonna put a computer desk over here. Just like a little workstation someone was working at. Probably gonna change a lot of the spruce out or something later. I'm just getting shape down right now. Where are they? Oh, right there. Don't know how I feel about a rug being in here yet, but we'll test it out. Gosh, coming back to say no or yay or something. I'm not even surprised at this point. I'm just gonna keep on building. I'm gonna mess up the carpet to make it seem all scattered and like it's falling apart. Leave that over there. Still need to mess up the floor. What do you think of the colors? It's where a painting or something is gonna go. I just can't be bothered to pull out a painting. They'll look at me. The judgment. Yes, sir. The monitor. It's not. Wait, so the monitor is on the wall next to the TV. Wait, the monitor. I'm confused. I read that wrong. Looking at the picture again. Oh, do you mean this thingamabob? This thingamabob, where you'd read the messages? Yeah, I said that at the beginning. I said that it's technically over here, and it's why I had the room so big. But I could move it over here to be on this wall instead, and you left, and I considered that you're okay. Because technically all of the monitor and that thing is all on this wall. So I brought them both to, like, their each wall instead. Fix this design and it will be okay. So which part of the design do you hate? All of it? I feel like you just gestured to all of it. Have you seen the thing in the game? It looks weird. I actually kind of like the idea of putting it up there. I'll see what I can do with it. It was just a quick mock-up. I don't think my brain's fully here right now. I need a screenshot of this. There we go. Just Dodge peeking. Chat, do you see him in the corner? He says perfect the first time! You expect perfect the first time, huh? We could go look at some of your builds. Some of your other stuff that you worked on that you threw away. I don't know, give me a moment. I need to look around. It's a big map. I'm sure there's something. My brain just isn't working right now. It's not my fault. I'm perfect. You hear this, chat? Dodge said it first. He's perfect. Never let him live it down. There. Anyway. Are we okay with the banners being on the other walls or not? Just wanted to upset you. You didn't do a very good job of it. You don't do a very good job with your face. I know. It's such a horrible face. That's why I don't put it on screen. But it's okay, because I don't have the face of a dog, so... Take that. You're so... You make it too easy. Josh wants me to make this not weird, and he says it's not. Did I get a picture of this? Did I save this? Because I need people to see what I'm working with here. It's there. It's under. Alright. I meant to grab this earlier, but I got sidetracked by a certain dog. There it is. Okay, do you guys see this? Like, look at that. Look at the big thing in the corner, like right next to the thing. Not the completely black thing. The thing with the little like yellow white dot. Like in the center of it, it's like a weird like X shape. What am I? How? What am I supposed to do with that? What is that? How in Minecraft? Minecraft how? Tutorial please? Tutorial please? I guess I could do this weird. It's just getting weirder. I don't want it to be massive. I should probably choose different blocks for it though. I'm so hungry right now. I need to go to food. That looks better. Maybe a little. Maybe not. Hi. I'm under tired silly mode. How are you doing? Perfection first try, huh? Hi, how's it going? Hey, Ashen, I don't think that's no shit! Because I haven't detailed enough. You're really perfecting the whole cheesy puff a bit. The suit just adds to it. Like the little flower, it just adds. It was really working out. Like you should really like look into a career of being an annoying little shit. Walls aren't detailed enough. No shit, they're not detailed enough. I'm done with that. That is exactly what you'd say. Why aren't the walls done? I don't think you see me working on the ground here. Yeah, they're not done. Right. Oh, here comes Justin. You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do? You need to get Cheesy Puff in a smug little suit. You know I'm right. Smug little suit. Cheesy Puff. Looks down. Are you okay? Are you okay, Dodge? No, he's trying to be like sad Cheesy Puff when we all feel bad. I have work. In 5 hours, go to bed! Go sleep! Get off! I'm ending stream! Go to bed. Go sleep. Alright, guys. I gotta end stream because Dodge is incapable of being an adult right now. Also, just because I'm hungry. I'll work on this later. And I'll... like, I don't know. But, like... goodbye! The music ended some time ago and I didn't notice. But goodbye! I hope you enjoyed stream. Bye-bye. I was losing track of the plot anyway.